Hey, this is a podcast. No, wait, it's a comedy podcast. Well, we tried to make it a comedy podcast, and it's not meant to offend anyone. So don't get offended, okay? And wait, there's something else. Oh, yeah, yeah. Listener discretion is advised.
Audiomatic presents Our Last Week.
Hi, Kunal.
Hi. How's it going?
Caught you off guard.
Yeah, I was sorry. I was
And
just
you're-
about to start. I was just going to scribble something.
Yeah. But it's great that you zoned out, and I'm literally across from you.
We're like 3 feet apart.
I'm 3 feet away from you, which
Yeah.
shows how much impact I have as a personality.
You're a real attention grabber.
That another person can zone out literally across the table.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a skill. It's a rare skill I have.
You should be a spy.
Yeah.
You'll go completely unnoticed.
Yeah. He's a-
I mean, and that's how we're going through life either way.
correct.
So, I mean, we might as well make a career out of it.
But do you think that is a big qualification as a spy to be there but not to be seen?
100%.
So
I think there are two types. One is the kind of spy that James Bond is, where everybody knows him everywhere.
yeah.
Mr. Bond. Everybody knows. So what kind of spy?
Kind of spy is that?
I mean, he doesn't, like, even if he has another passport with another name, what's the point? I'm
Yeah.
going to the thing and the guy at the passport counter will say, Mr. Bond, na?
Going on a spying mission.
Spying, huh, somewhere?
Yes,
Everybody knows. I mean, like...
Yeah, what is the spy? My favorite was there was a Mithun Chakravarti, the great Mithun Chakravarti in old Bollywood, was a
Yeah.
spy.
Yeah. As in, he's a spy in real life?
No, he was
in Bollywood, he's gotten deep into
He's
Bollywood.
a Bollywood spy. He spies on Bollywood and
Yeah.
tells other people.
Yeah.
He played a spy
Right.
called Gunmaster G9.
Right.
So he was flying on a spying mission, and there is a scene where he's going to Switzerland to recover illegal Swiss money that Indians have. And what he comes back with is a suitcase on which it says Swiss bank account. It's a suitcase. And on the other side, there's a Swiss flag.
Yeah.
And he goes to the government and he says, yeah, illegal, black money, Swiss bank account. And it says Swiss bank account. Anyway, when he's flying there, he's on the plane in first class, and the pilot announces to all the passengers, today on our flight, we have a Mashur spy. And everyone starts clapping. Everyone's clapping to acknowledge
Yeah.
that he's a spy.
Yeah.
And he gives a speech as a spy.
You don't know how hard it is. and all that.
Yeah, मैं देश के लिए बहुत कुछ करता हूँ. And
Yeah.
he's a spy, and everybody knows. So
World famous spy is not the best thing to be.
signing autographs as a spy. People come up to him, he signs autographs
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
spy. But given that I'm sitting across from you and I disappeared, I could make a good spy.
I think
You
you
could
can.
be like, I did this podcast with this guy.
I just didn't know that he was there.
He was whole time. I
He
thought I
was right in front of me.
I was doing the podcast alone.
Yeah.
But there's this other guy. He was with me. Turns out he's a spy.
Yeah.
So happy Diwali, Kunal.
Happy Diwali, pal.
Did you have a fun Diwali?
Yes, I was traveling. I had a great time, a great little holiday.
Yeah, you went diving.
I went diving,
Underwater.
deep sea diving.
For some reason, I was concerned for your safety because I saw that there were thunderstorms where you had gone diving.
Yeah,
And then I thought, what if you dive
yeah.
and there's a thunderstorm? Also, it's a little bit creepy because I had some downtime. It's Diwali. And I shouldn't be Googling the weather of where you've gone diving.
I think you were spying.
I was a spy. I'm a
You were
spy.
a
I
spy.
was fully spying.
I think it happens often. Sometimes say you have friends in other parts of the world.
Yeah.
You want to know how they're doing, how they're feeling. Rather than pick up the phone and call them,
Yeah.
you check the weather in the area.
In the area.
You just say,
So this is my way of stalking them. So
Yeah.
I'm not interested in
Cold,
Facebook
no?
photographs.
you were cold, no, last night?
Yeah. Arey, there was a hailstorm. How do you know? No, I
just
guessed this.
So because we have some friends, and sometimes when you're feeling uncomfortable where you are,
Yeah.
like it's very hot or it's raining a lot, and and you just check like
Is he
where else
worse
in the
off
world? Yeah,
or
I
better
went
off than
there.
me? Yeah.
I know this person there. How is he
Feeling.
feeling right now? How
Is he worse
coping?
than me?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, there was jealousy. There was 100% a little bit of jealousy because I was in Calcutta and there was a cyclone coming.
Right. Another one. I guess this time of year.
A lot of cyclones show up. And I was like, shit,
Hmm.
is my Diwali going to be ruined by a cyclone?
Right.
And then I was like, maybe Kunal's Diwali is worse. So secretly, it's sort of like if you don't know too many people,
Yeah.
you always wish the worst on the people you know.
The worst.
because
you want to
they're
really
the only-
feel their pain. Like when you meet them,
Yeah.
you like what gives you more joy.
Yeah.
Then see when you can feel the pain of those close to you.
That's the main thing. And feel a little bit better than them
And
because
feel a little like
yours was a little bit
oh.
better. So when I saw there was a storm coming, because otherwise what would have been our post Diwali conversation, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, did you have a great diving holiday? And I was in Cal. It's a better conversation starter to say, I had a cyclone in Cal, but I read that you had a thunderstorm where
It was
you were.
even worse. where you
Even
were.
worse.
Yeah.
So that's why I Googled.
Yeah.
But then I realized it's a nice way to spy on someone to find out the weather. Like how ex-lovers stalk people on Instagram.
Yeah.
So, my God, he's with her now.
Yeah.
That kind of, I do it with weather.
It's a good way to find out.
They must
Generally.
be getting drenched. They
He's
must
getting
be jacked. Huh?
he's
They
getting
paid all this
screwed.
money for diving
Waste.
equipment. Yeah. So I was sitting there trying to sort of. So please keep telling me where you're going.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
And I'll inform you when I'm getting jacked also. When
Yeah,
I'm getting
correct.
screwed somewhere.
The even better thing is don't tell me. Like,
And
like
let
for
you
example,
just spy and find out.
Now what is very sad is that I'm disappointed because when we met,
Yeah.
I said, "Arey, there must have been thunderstorms, must have ruined your diving," and you said, "No, the weather was fine."
Yeah.
And now it's sort of like I've lost
It's a downer. It's a big downer.
because I've told people also.
Yeah, that
on holiday
he went
went to
there.
hell.
He must have gotten screwed over there.
He went there to dive, and every day thunderstorms. I mean, I had a cyclone in Calcutta. I couldn't go anywhere, but that's not the big thing. But the big thing is
So that
what
he had
happened.
planned this full
Full
vacation.
holiday with family, relatives, this, that, and he got jacked.
Jacked.
And you come back and say, no, it's fine. It's a great holiday. And so now I'm feeling terrible.
Yeah.
And yeah, I actually I don't know how to carry on with this podcast anymore.
Yeah.
We'll
End it here.
Kunal,
Yes.
I have a Diwali conundrum.
Diwali.
The festival of lights.
Yes.
Diwali gets a big sort of thing around the world, because I think in foreign countries it's a very inoffensive sort of, like other religions. When you don't know much about other religions, like not everyone can participate in Ramadan. It's sort of like you feel like, oh, this is a thing for another religion. Whereas with Diwali, white people is probably racist to say, as in like people in Britain and America they'll be like Festival of Lights.
Yeah,
well,
that's good.
Yeah,
That's fine.
it's very
Yeah, lovely.
lights. Who doesn't like lights?
Yeah.
It's one of those broad things. You know,
Yeah.
it's like Diwali, Festival of Shoes. It's like, who doesn't like shoes? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's sort of like, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Why don't we celebrate lights more often?
Yeah.
So it's a very easy thing to,
Yeah.
on this Festival of Lights, we have a new Prime Minister in Britain who's going to light up. It all fits into the sort of lights
True.
motif. How do you feel about that?
It's not bad. I think like we've been celebrating Christmas here for the longest time.
Yeah.
And we celebrate a few other festivals. I think now even Halloween has caught on.
Yeah.
Little children in urban
Dressed as
cities
ghosts
across
and-
India have gone trick and treating.
Yeah.
I mean, it was never a thing when I was growing up, but I guess you're exporting some of your culture and
Yeah,
some of
yeah,
your,
yeah.
It's okay. I mean, I look at it as a day of celebration. Any excuse to,
Kids wearing a bed sheet on their head and
it's all
roaming around
fine,
India.
whatever.
Yeah. So as an Indian person, I've always been confused a little by trick or treating. So you show up to someone's house and as a child, and you say trick or treat.
I think that's the way
Trick
it goes.
means you can do anything to the child, kidnap them, beat them up. What? Can you
No,
do?
the child is asking you, do you want, are you going to give me a treat, or do you want me to trick you?
Okay. So let's say if I tell a child I have no treats for
Then
you,
they can trick you then.
like what do they do?
They, like, the small thing, like set the house on fire, throw a stone in your window.
So you better give them a treat.
Yeah, I mean, it's a threat. It's basically
Oh.
a threat. Trick or treat means like either that or...
So children come ready with tricks.
They should.
But if you have no context,
Yeah.
let's say you're in an apartment building in Gurgaon or whatever,
Yeah.
and a child comes and says, "Uncle, trick or treat."
And the
You don't
uncle
know
will
what-
say, huh?
Yeah. Niklo yahan se.
Yeah.
So in that circumstance, is it okay to fuck up the uncle?
See, the thing is that the uncle doesn't know what he's participating in.
He's opened
Like-
the door, 12 children have shown up dressed as murderers or the Joker or whatever.
Whatever. Rajinikanth.
Rajinikanth,
Whatever. They've
yeah.
come as something.
Mhm.
And now they say...
I have no context of Halloween.
the guy, most people don't have, right?
Correct,
And
correct.
rightly so.
Correct.
So if the kids say, "Arey, he didn't treat us, now he's going to do a trick." But the guy didn't even know what he was saying no to.
Yeah.
See, and that's the problem with, like, say even Holi is becoming a thing now in different parts of the world. Holi, the festival of color.
Colours.
Now,
Again-
why wouldn't you want to celebrate color?
See, what I like about Hinduism is they bring it down to some basic things.
Basic, light and
Yeah.
colour.
Festival of melody.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like melody?
It's so good.
Yeah.
So I'm saying
It's
that-
not festival of kidnap.
Yeah.
It's like I'm torn about kidnap because it's consent.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if we should all get into kidnap.
But I'm saying that now, if you went like in Brazil or
Yeah.
Chile,
Yeah.
and you just went to some person's like house there and you just threw a bucket of colored water on them.
Yeah.
Saying, Festival of color.
Yeah.
Like, "Arey, what is this?
What are you doing? What
I
are you-
mean, like, what are you doing? What
Yeah.
are you doing?
Yeah.
So I guess a little bit of context, you need people to at least sign up, participate,
Yeah.
know what the deal is. And I think that with Halloween, what happens is that everyone's not on the same page as
Yeah.
yet. So the building, I guess you need to then educate everyone in the building that, अच्छा uncle,
Yeah.
बच्चे लोग
Fancy
आएंगे,
dress होगा.
या
हाँ.
fancy dress होगा, fancy dress competition जैसे समझो,
Yeah.
बच्चे लोग आएंगे, उनको कुछ दे दो, कुछ
Yeah.
लड्डू या
Yeah.
कुछ मिठाई या ऐसा कुछ. So then maybe they'll understand.
And also it'll start a debate in a
Yeah.
building society. Like,
Why should we?
Why
should we? This is not our culture.
It's not
This-
Indian
it'll start
culture.
all of that.
There is a child dressed as a mummy
Yeah.
walking around the building and
This
I have
is
to give
not
him
right.
50 rupees. I don't even like him.
Yeah.
Now, equally difficult is sometimes on Diwali, a lot of staff, especially watchmen in buildings,
Yeah.
will go flat to flat saying, "Happy Diwali, sir.
Sir, apna Diwali.
Diwali." You've never seen the guy before.
Well, sometimes. Yeah.
Sometimes you've seen him. And you have to give him money,
Yeah.
right? You have to give him...
Bakshish.
Exactly. And you had a theory.
Well, the thing is that many people come.
Yeah.
The postmen also come.
Yes.
The post
Maids.
lady in our case, she's
Correct,
a post lady,
correct.
and she comes with a little book.
Yeah.
And the book has the names of all the people in the building.
Yeah.
She's made a very nice, neat column, and she's written the names because obviously she knows everyone's names because she's delivering everyone's mail.
Exactly.
So she's got everyone's name, and then there's a column, and then it says contribution.
Yes.
And you have to sign next to the contribution, and the amount also she's written over there next
Correct,
to it, or you
correct.
write it yourself.
Correct.
And sometimes, you go there, and she generally waits with the book
Yes.
till you give the money.
Yes.
And if it's too low, then she'll show you the thing.
Yeah.
She'll show you the book, sir.
So other people have
Sir,
given.
see how
yeah,
much they give.
Yeah.
So then, oh, sorry. And
Happy
then you,
Diwali.
Happy
Yeah,
Diwali. And
yeah.
you give a little more.
Yeah.
Sometimes when it's a lot and you end up giving too much, like you give like, $1,000 or
Yeah.
whatever it is. You're like, oh, and then you see the book after that.
Yeah.
And then,
Then
everyone
you
is giving
feel bad.
50 rupees,
Yeah.
100 rupees, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Arey, yaar, I could have gotten away with less."
Yeah. You've altered the entire ecosystem.
The whole thing has changed. So now you put, if you put like I've put 500 or 1,000,
Yeah.
and then other people have to deal with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
yeah.
both. And then
Yeah.
other people in the building will start giving you dirty looks like, "Bastard, why did you give so much now?
It's
Now
an-
I'm looking small."
It's an auction where the first prize say it was 100 rupees.
Yeah.
But your first bid is 5,000.
Yeah.
So you've just now jacked everybody else.
And you're making everyone else look bad.
Yeah.
So it's a very fine balance. You can
But
go a little bit higher to show that, I give very well. But you can't give too high.
No.
Because then you're putting pressure on the whole building.
They'll come after you.
They'll kill you.
They'll say, you've tricked us.
Yeah, this is not the way.
But also the staff are very good, like Watchmen, all these guys, at showing up exactly on Diwali day and making you feel bad by telling you who else has given what.
Yeah.
They keep a document. It's like Nazi Germany. They keep a document. Your name is in, it's East Germany in the 1980s. Your name is in this
and
thing.
sometimes I've seen some which have records of previous years also. So basically, if you try and get away with giving less than last time, he's got it written there.
And you know that watchman will park your car for the next year.
Yeah. And
so it's a threat, actually.
it's a threat. But
it's not a wish.
See, you give, and obviously this is a normal, as in it's a normal tradition. You're not trying to get out of anything.
No.
But I like the fact that it's an expectation and you have to live up to it.
Yes.
But I just feel that in the current day and age, why is it limited? Why is it limited?
So your complaint is that all the working class, for lack of a better phrase, of India participates in this.
Yeah.
But the middle class and the upper middle classes get nothing for Diwali.
Well, some companies do give a bonus.
Right.
But, generally companies give a yearly bonus.
Yeah.
In India, what happens is they give it as a Diwali bonus.
Right.
So you do get a Diwali bonus if you're working there full time. You do whatever, whether
but
they call
it's completely voluntary. Like it's not
mandated.
Compulsory.
Yeah.
And in fact, if you try to give working class people sweets or a present, they look very unhappy.
No. That's not on.
No.
It has to be cash.
So then basically, instead of Happy Diwali, they should just come and say, just give me some money.
But I'm saying that now, even in our professions, which are freelance professions, I mean, you write for a lot of publications.
I do.
I work for many different producers, production houses.
Correct.
Should we be making phone calls or sending emails?
I think that this needs to go upwards.
Yeah.
I think everybody in India needs to go to their boss and say, Happy Diwali,
Happy
sir.
Diwali.
And make it really uncomfortable. Like, what? What are you here for? What? They're like, Happy Diwali, sir. I work for you on and off. Here's a book of who else is given. So, CEOs should go to the owners of companies.
I mean,
the Home Minister should go to the Prime Minister.
Correct.
And say, Happy Diwali, sir.
I mean, you write for so many publications.
Yes.
Indian Express,
See,
Midday.
I should go to my editor at the Economic Times.
See what this is what Afternoon had given me. I mean, I know the publication is shutting down. But see, they gave.
Yeah.
So
Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali. So now
and we should do it the way, because it's always assumed that the less fortunate in Diwali get a little cash bonus.
Yeah.
I consider myself among the less fortunate.
Right.
In India. I think you do as well.
Well, we'd love to.
We both, we are sadly in the privileged category with no privilege. Right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know you're laughing, but you also know it's true. Who would not want a Diwali bonus?
I mean, everyone would want.
Right? So, I'm saying, why do we then have to carry the shame of privilege? Without any of its benefits. Yeah, without the privileges of privilege.
Yeah.
So let us shed our sense of embarrassment
and ask for the Diwali.
And go the Watchmen way. So let us say if you have been in a film with, say, Amitabh Bachchan.
Yeah.
Why not show up at Amitabh Bachchan's house?
Yeah.
They let you in because you're privileged. You are an English-speaking young man. Right? So you show up and be like, Happy Diwali, sir. Like, Kunal, come. Happy Diwali means?
No, it's Diwali.
Diwali, Sir, we did 2 films together. So what do you want? I want some cash. Normally, a podcast has commercials.
Yes.
So we would now like to cut to a commercial break.
Yes.
And we'll see you after the break.
See you after the break.
This is a break.
This is the break.
This is a break.
Welcome to the break.
What was it earlier? Not a break.
That was not a break.
This is a break. During this break, we would like to advertise a product.
What should we advertise?
Hands.
Hands, yeah.
Hands. Without it,
it's a little tougher.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
Get hands.
Yeah.
Live life to the fullest. Hold things. Touch things. hands.
Slap
Kya
yourself.
batao.
Yeah.
So, if you don't want to listen to shit ads like this,
Don't listen to these ads.
do something with your life.
Yeah.
Go to patreon.com,
Yeah.
where you will not have to listen to us talking nonsense.
Yeah, and you don't have to listen to this garbage part of the podcast.
This garbage part. You can listen to other garbage parts of the podcast.
and you can listen to it ad free.
Ad free, improved, no heart ads.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It'll just flow straight
Hamara
through.
haath chodo.
Yeah.
And seedha udhar jao.
Yeah. You'll be left alone.
And the best thing is I won't be speaking Hindi
Yeah.
with a colonial accent.
So, I mean, anyone would pay for that.
And there should be a cost, and that cost is very minimal
Yes.
for you to be on Patreon, get special episodes, merchandise, live shows,
Yep.
and many other benefits. At some point, you can see us in a live show and come and touch our nose.
No, don't touch the nose.
No, that's not. See, again,
Yeah.
these are not things you'd have to listen to.
You don't have to hear any of this.
any
on
of this
Patreon.
nonsense. So we are talking badly to tell you what to avoid.
Yeah.
So avoid this.
Avoid this
Go to
garbage.
patreon.com //
/ our last week.
So this is the break, and now it's over.
Bye.
Bye. Kunal,
Yes.
we have some listeners.
We do.
Yeah. And they have written us some tremendously good conundrums.
Very sweetly. Thank you.
Thank you. The first one is from Nitin Shetty.
Hello, Nitin.
Hi, Nitin. And he says, recently I was added to a WhatsApp group which was made by my friend for his wife's birthday. Basically, he sent an invite to the group, like a proper PDF document and his wife's photo and everything, which stated that we were invited to the surprise dinner party happening in the coming weekend at the restaurant. Since it was a party, I thought I should get something for her, so I got a pretty expensive gift and went for the dinner party. It was fun catching up with everyone, and I did have a good time, but a very absurd thing happened after that. The friend who had invited us sent us an Excel sheet in the same WhatsApp group the next day. It was basically the distribution of the bill amount that was spent last night, and he had noted the amount each of us owes him in that Excel sheet. In capitals, he writes, he invited me for his wife's birthday. I even bought a gift, so why should I contribute for the dinner? All other members of the group have paid, but I don't want to. What do I do? Excellent conundrum from
Very
Nitin
good,
Shetty.
very good.
Thank you, Nitin Shetty.
No, I mean, see, there were no rules laid out in the beginning. It wasn't
Yeah.
stated that, and we're all going to be going Dutch and I hope
Yeah.
that's okay and whatever. That
Yeah.
was not stated.
No.
Now there were no preconditions to this dinner.
This sort of ambiguity that exists in Indian socializing, I'm very scared of. It exists elsewhere also. Like if a friend says, Arey, you want your kitchen redone? Meet this architect, he's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And you go to the architect, he's like, you don't worry, I'll redesign everything. You leave it to me. So how much will it cost? Don't worry. And you do everything, and then you get a bill, it's 6 times what your budget was.
Right.
So the not talking
Yeah.
is see, how do people in the West do it? What did you eat? What did you eat? What did you eat? And they all divide the bill and pay by an app. And
Right.
everyone has paid an equal amount. It's fair. It's a little cold. It seems a little heartless. Because in India, we'd be like, I'll take care of it. You don't worry, I'll take care of it. But in the ensuing chaos, where people fight over the bill.
Yeah.
Like, don't give him the bill. Dude. How long have you known me?
Yeah.
Like in that ensuing chaos of the bill, sometimes it is assumed that one person will pick up the whole load.
Right.
So Nitin assumed, because this gentleman had gone through printing out cards, that he had booked the venue.
Or a table.
A table.
Whatever. As in you
A
are
pre-agreed meal.
you are invited to a birthday party.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're invited to the birthday, it's not like we're getting together.
Yes.
It also happens to be my wife's birthday.
Yeah.
But, we're getting together and we're just going out for dinner. And, everyone, that was not it was a party.
Invitation came.
And I think that the difference is that whenever you say that it's a party,
Yeah.
Whenever you say I'm having a party for my wife,
Yeah.
the assumption
You've done some homework.
Yeah, and I think that the definition of party is free food and drink.
Yeah.
For me, a party generally means that I'm going there and I'm going to get to mooch off somebody.
Exactly.
And that's the reason that I'm making the effort to go in the first place.
And the host should have done some pre-work.
Yeah. And also the thing is that you have gone with a present. You already spent money on this party.
Yeah.
By buying a present.
Yeah.
You spent money on that person already.
Yes.
So now I think, so if money has already been spent,
Yeah. That is my present.
That is and secondly, your presence. So what you can also do is that
Charge for your time.
see, either you charge for your time and you say, listen, fuel costs coming there was this much.
Yeah.
Then I I also had to get a new pair of shoes. The cologne I used 4 sprays of the cologne.
Yeah.
Very expensive cologne.
Yeah.
I did this. You can either do that and
No,
tabulate
absolutely.
everything to be ready for the party.
Yeah.
Also
So
I missed
that-
1 hour of work because you had assigned a time.
Correct.
You said that it's a surprise party, come early.
And you pick this restaurant that's 3 hours from my house.
Very long drive. I'm saying all these things can be tabulated, but I'm saying forget that. So forget, you don't want to be so petty and send him back, the cost that you incurred.
Yeah.
Just the gift itself. You can
Yeah.
say, please offset against gift value of so much.
Yeah.
So,
See, I'm a little more cruel
Yeah.
because I've been thinking about how to get Diwali money from people.
Hmm.
I would tabulate my opportunity cost for attending this event
Yeah.
because, you see, my alternative would have been sending this guy's wife a present.
Yeah.
And that is my role in her birthday.
Hmm.
You have co-opted my time, picked a restaurant, forced me to attend a social event without my consent that I may or may not enjoy, under the premise that financially this was taken care of.
You're right.
And my role was to bring joy.
Yeah.
Now you are saying I have to financially bring something to the table
Yeah.
that I did not consent to. So then my financial costs to get to this event should be deducted from
100%.
your total financial outlay.
Yeah. And an Excel sheet is a great way to go about this. And this is why
You
Excel was originally
invented.
invented.
Yeah.
It was started by dinner arguments.
So you're saying that the cost that Nitin has incurred will easily outweigh his portion of the bill.
Any
And
day.
if anything, the host has to repay him.
Yes.
His friend, he may lose the
And what
friend.
you can also tell him is that I'm not even incurring the cost of the hygiene and all that I had to have after the dinner.
because I didn't want to eat this food.
Yeah, I didn't want to eat
I'm
in the
on a
first place.
different
I'm
diet.
not even putting my medication into this.
No, those are separate.
I'm not that kind of guy.
I'm a good guy.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, don't pay him and not speak to him again.
Correct.
That's going to be a huge loss. Because I'll tell you what will end up happening is that you'll say, forget it,
Yeah,
I'll just pay him and
zero,
then I'm
zero.
not going to go again.
Yeah.
Rather than that, don't pay him and never see him again.
Don't pay him, send him a bill.
Yeah.
Then he's in your debt.
Yeah.
And he'll never speak to you again anyway.
So either way,
but
they're
at
not gonna
least
speak.
you are a creditor.
Exactly. At least you now have the argument in the future that 1 second, you owe
That
me
guy,
money.
I don't talk to him.
He owes me money.
Hey, that's
for his
also-
wife's present that I bought.
Yeah, and my opportunity cost to go to his party. Then he stopped talking to me only. Fuck him.
So rather than be, array, I paid him
And
money,
then we
now I
haven't seen
don't
each
talk.
other. No,
Why
no.
should you pay and not see him again?
You don't have to be Mahatma Gandhi.
No.
No, be the winner here.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Nitin. We have another conundrum from this lovely lady, Mohini Sharma. And she says, this is a great conundrum. The men in my family won't stop singing. Hi, Anuvab Kunal. I've moved back home for a little while after several years away. In my absence, it seems like all the men in my family have developed some kind of compulsion to sing songs at all times. Without any prompting, serenading, no one in particular, and often leaving a song in my head when I don't want it. This wasn't behavior they had exhibited before, and they don't sing very well. What can I do to get them to stop? Does it only afflict men? I'm afraid to catch it from them. I've seen this happen quite a lot. You're just talking to someone, someone will be like, Pal, pal, dil ke paas. You're like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
And what are these two men singing into each other's faces?
Yeah, I was just trying to talk to somebody. Actually, I have a larger theory about this. I think Indian families, in the no music scenario, what happens is that there's a lot of pent-up aggression in Indian families. Like a father, say, is upset with the son, but instead of him saying, I'm upset with you, he will say, you parked the Hyundai in the wrong place again. He covers it up with a petty anger. Whereas the real anger is, you are dumber than your brother. We use other words to say what we really want to say.
Right.
Like where say Americans, they'll be like, I've never loved you. Because you've never loved me. After you guys lost that child, you've just humored me but never loved me. People say what it is. Here kids will, I'm going out. Here it's some other thing. When will you be back? Maybe midnight, maybe after midnight. But but they're not actually saying what the thing is, which is, you didn't let me marry Natasha, who I loved so much, and now I'm married to Rashi. I don't even like her. That is supplanted with, the curtains have torn in the guest room.
How come the dahi is always sour? How come it is always sour?
What you're really saying there,
Yeah.
really saying is, and there should be a book of what Indians say, what we mean.
Yeah.
It should be a separate book. What he's really saying is, you couldn't have paid me another 10 lakhs. I could have had a Ivy League education.
Yeah. Instead of that, you'll say, I don't know how to subscribe to this channel. I don't know how to subscribe. You speak to the cable guy.
Yeah. So language, and we've discussed this. The way to avoid that completely is song. Right? And the example that we discussed is, you see it a lot in offsites. When Indian companies go on an offsite, the HR in the evenings, after everyone has a couple of whiskeys, knows that this is a flammable situation. Because you know that Guru Murthy did not deserve that promotion. You know that other sales guy is a dick. You know who's sleeping with whom. So the conversation is very dangerous. They basically cover all that up with song.
Antakshari.
So the HR lady will get in there and say,
Se gana.
Se
Gana.
Even before the drinks have come, like they get the song going.
They're like, don't talk about all this. Se gana gao. Se gana gao. And then se then this one. Dekhe zara. Kisme kitna hai dam. And everyone's getting very violent
And that
singing.
song, what he's actually saying to his boss is that you'll never promote me.
Yeah.
Because you have Monica, who you love.
Yeah.
You'll always promote her. She's less capable than me.
Yeah.
But he's doing it through this song.
Intezar ho gayi. Sorry, it's intaha.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Very good. And
Yeah.
the boss is also saying, no, I won't promote you, you bastard. Fuck you.
So you're saying that.
Per se kya hai? So this family is camouflage.
Yeah.
The music is camouflage.
So you're saying that there are a lot of
issues here.
issues now that's being brushed under
and
music.
Mohini's been away. Now that
Yeah.
Mohini's back, lots of real estate issues, whatever,
These are
Just
large
signs,
assumptions you're making about the family
But
dynamic.
it's the music that's giving me the clue.
You're feeling that it's coming from
I
there.
think if uncles and all are singing,
Yeah.
then what they're really saying is that, no, I won't sign that partition agreement of the
Right.
old house because I deserve a bigger share.
Yeah.
I deserve Raat kali ek kaam mein aayi.
Right.
And the other brother is also like, you deserve a bigger share, you fucker. You don't even live in India. I've taken care of the grandparents. I've done everything. This is the house I live in. You've built your whole life in fucking Australia. गजब की ये कहानी है दुनिया की ये पहचानी है.
And then the others will join in.
Yeah.
So I mean, so you're saying that it's not a form of family bonding.
No, it's camouflage.
It's camouflage
Yeah.
for
Look for the real reason.
the real reason behind it.
Yeah.
So how does she address it then? Should she start bringing up these issues every time they sing?
Then you
that'll-
become an American family. Then you're like, everyone stop.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like bar dekh. Chup!
Yeah.
What is the problem? The problem is your father is a Jut. Like that. I don't know if we're ready for that.
I don't think so.
So I think that
I think we should let them
Antakshari was invented for that
continue
reason.
singing. It was left to cover up all these.
I mean, see in films, every time we use I hate Antakshari. Antakshari is like, because you see films, the reason they put Antakshari is there are no dialogues to give families at a wedding. Because what they really want to say to each other
at weddings.
it's sort of like,
Look at what she's wearing.
this girl is from such a shit family.
Yeah.
Look at the boy, his family is worse.
Yeah.
Like then you'll have to write lines like that.
Yeah.
No? You can always cover all that up with chunari. chunari. You don't have to get into it. So just use it as a vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you'll realize that song is not song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Subtext.
Subtext.
This has been our last week.
It has.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, folks.
And we will be back
Next week.
And till then, happy Diwali.
Sir, my Diwali.
My Diwali. And you can make our Diwali happy by joining us on Patreon.
Yes, it is our Diwali
Yeah,
also.
happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali.
Become a subscriber, please.
So yeah, so you can join Patreon.
They'll trick us by cancelling it.
Yeah. So you can be a royal or a loyal subscriber on Patreon and join us there for an extra episode and early releases of these episodes. So
Exactly.
So yes.
And look at the opportunity cost of not joining. Opportunity cost of not joining is having a healthy, happy life.
Yeah.
But why would you want that when we can be your dark secret?
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
You were listening to Our Last Week, produced by Rajesh Tahil and Avdoot Khanolkar, hosted by Anuvab Pal and Kunal Roy Kapoor, assistant producers Akansha Kadam and Rahul Vaswani.